Whoever alleges will have to prove. My priority are my husband and my kids. Not concern me, Amina.
Mr. Johnson didn't just wake up and started threatening people or making videos to warn people. It has been a long time coming. The video Mr. Johnson released was telling people that if you speak about her and her family, if you allege, you must prove. Of course, this is following an arrest she made on a girl that was speaking about her, her husband, and alleged side relationship, and even abortion that was linked to Mercy Johnson. Mercy Johnson supposedly in the video provided a housemaid to the husband's side chick who eventually somehow caused the side chick who was pregnant for the husband to have an abortion.
Please, everything I'm going to say in this video is allegedly. This is coming from Cutie Jules' Instagram story. Now, according to her, Mercy Johnson's husband bought his mistress a mansion. And he did this because she's pregnant for him. Now, where this thing gets interesting is the fact that they said Mercy Johnson was aware of all these things. But she didn't say anything. She didn't confront her husband. She didn't utter a word. Now, they were now looking for house help to help this mistress living in the new mansion. So Mercy Johnson by herself now looked for a house help, referred the person, and the person started working for Mercy Johnson's husband's mistress. Now this is another interesting thing. One thing led to another. She lost the pregnancy. On reaching the hospital, they said it's due to something she took that made her lose the pregnancy. The house help got arrested because obviously she's the one that serves this lady food, but the house help said she doesn't know anything. They even called in Mercy Johnson for questioning because at this time the husband already knew that his wife is aware of everything, but they don't have any evidence against her, so they cannot keep her there for no reason. You can get so. This alleged story points out that Mercy Johnson's husband later broke up with the mistress because his wife found out and didn't say anything. You know go fear K. You know go fear K. You know go fear K. Say your wife know all your way waka way the waka. She no come talk. He say she help you find house help. You know go fear K. You know go break up with that woman K. I beg now allegedly. Oh, now allegedly. I beg you.
If you know Cutie Jules is a faceless blogger, so you can't really arrest him or her. People don't know who him or her is. Mercy Johnson have been in the news for a while. There was a time other actresses started coming for her. There was one that came out and said that she was a childhood friend. And while they were growing up together with dreams, aspirations, they both wanted to be actresses. They will go to Mercy Johnson's house, see the mother and everything. And the girl boldly alleged online that Mercy Johnson's mother took her star and gave it to Mercy Johnson.
And my childhood friend exchanged me, used my glory to reign for so many years.
Which is in social media. Mercy Johnson.
Mercy, you know what is happening to Alima? Even if I decide to say, let me help Alima, they would not allow me to help Alima. You see the kind of life one they live. We're gonna go check Mercy Johnson's neck. She lose weight, we're gonna sass her neck be. Sass bone they come out from neck. That's why they lose weight. Nigerians. These are the condemned oils in Nigeria. These are the bad eggs in Nigeria. And they don't want the world to hear it. It's me alone, and it's been me alone all since. Mercy Johnson was my childhood, we're childhood friend. She was my senior. So they were witchy. She could use them to deal with me for so many years of my life. So I know who they are. If I see you with them, now two things they come from my mind. It is either you decide for witch like them, or you don't know what you do, they just blindfold your eye. I know who they be very well. I know who Mercy Johnson be, which your Bodo. I grew up, my first approach was meeting them. So I see everything what they do. I see how they change to bats at night and go out. I came to speak the truth in social media. They don't want everybody to hear, but the world is hearing the truth. How can
Mrs. Ifeoma is Mercy Johnson's childhood friend.
But growing up as a child, Mercy Johnson's grandmother was a... So she now transferred the Mercy's mother. Mercy's mother now transferred the to her. Now, Mercy was not a when she was growing. Like, maybe they've been initiated out, but she doesn't used to practice, she know practice them. In streets then, her mother was like, nobody, if my mama, they pass like this. So just, come off face shift, she understand. So one day, We were at home. So we're coming from Togo. That day we were so tired. You know when you go audition now, you go see your name for board, stuff like that. So one time, one day, we not say, what if she tell her mother to do some witchcraft for her? So we enter Nollywood. Like, hey, it was not Nollywood, it was 8 years. It was 8 years then.
And of course, that is how come Mercy Johnson blew up, became famous, and she, on the other hand, maybe not so. After some time, another actress surfaced, Angela Okorie, our legit queen. If you know Angela, you know she doesn't hold back.
And what this lady did to me, she went spiritual for me. So imagine say I done the mad for street now, waiting for them to happen.
Angela accused Mercy Johnson of all manners of things, evil, and all this boils down to fetish, juju, African magic, that Mercy Johnson somehow does some things sometimes, if you know what I mean. Not long after that, another allegation came that Mercy Johnson might have even been responsible for the buy of one Nollywood producer. I think is it.
My name is Oluchi Precious, and I am the daughter of late Mr. Vitus Chimanebwe, who is mostly known in the Nollywood industry as Gold Pictures. Before he died, it was not an ordinary death. That I must attest publicly. His death was not ordinary at all.
Forgive me, I'll try to put the name here. That Mercy Johnson was, doing runs with the guy and eventually took the guy out. It was so many accusations. People have really accused Mercy Johnson. Even me, after a while, I began to think, is she the only one? Is she which one is every day? What about the other actresses? And then Mercy Johnson finally did something about it. She arrested the girl that carried the news about the alleged side chick and pregnancy and losing the baby. This girl did not originate the gist though. She was just talking about it, saying that it was cutie juice, but I think she's one of the first people that spoke about it before it finally blew up, because almost every blogger was talking about it. You can't blame them. It's intriguing for her to be so cool, calm, calculated, and then carrying out what she allegedly carried out. Even though when you look at it from a different angle, it really doesn't make sense. How come she's the one providing the house help? How come? So, in any case, Mercy Johnson have warned everybody. Mercy Johnson said that she's only interested in her husband, her children, and she doesn't care about anybody else. That they're even calling her a witch, and the mothers are telling children to stay away from her children in school.
It's upsetting. Oh, she's been married 15 years. Wow, no, we need to tear it down. We need to ruin it. You ruin it, then what? I have kids. When you write these lies and you say these things, I have teenagers who are in school, who are being bullied in school because of the things that you write. You have parents telling their kids not to let my kids touch their school bag because I'm a witch. What's wrong with you people? You just sit down and you can't wait to believe the worst of the worst. As long as it brings somebody else down, you guys are up for it. I understand very well the internet is a small space, because sometimes, you guys make me, it's no more business as usual. I just need my name out of your mouth. This is off for now, but every other person who has alleged must prove. If you use your handle, your face to allege, you will prove. So just be certain that whoever alleges will have to prove. Thank you so much to every single person who reached out, who called. I have always been on my lane. Just leave me in my lane. My priority are my husband and my kids. Not Gosai Mianuna. I don't care who is doing better. I'm just in my lane. Please, leave me alone. Leave my name, my husband's name, out of your mouth. I'm in my lane, in my husband's house, where he has instructed me to sit. That's where I am, seated. doing my thing. I don't know how that bothers you. I'm in my husband's house, seated, doing my thing. I'm trying to show you my ring, I know. Leave me alone. Leave my husband's name out of your mouth. Leave my kids' name out of your mouth. Leave my name out of your mouth. Because whoever alleges will prove. She's off. It doesn't mean the rest of my cases are off. They are still on. If you allege, you have to prove. And I'm not going about it the tout way. I'm going about it the way the law says to go about it. I am begging to leave my name out of your mouth. If you want to, anybody who pays the blogs to write what suits them, I don't have a problem with that. Because you see that they are faceless. That's what they do. That's why they are faceless. How can you not know that actresses own this blog? I'm in shock. They wake up and they pay them and tell them what to write and how to write it for them to suit their narrative. How can you not know? What do you think a marriage is? I mean, what do you think a family is? That even if, so you live in my house so well. I don't even know how to come about it. But all I'm saying is, please, just leave my name out of your mouth. It's no more business as usual. Don't use me as your clickbait. When your page is going down, you think of, oh my God, who do I call? Oh, Mercy, here we go. You can do your coven meetings, all of you. You can gather as many as you want to gather. I have nothing to hide. But leave my name out of your mouth. Because whoever alleges must prove. Unless, of course, you're faceless. As you guys have always been faceless. Go ahead. But I'm here to say this today because there was an outcry where everybody is shouting, moms are rolling on the ground. If my mother had to roll on the ground for all the stories I've heard, you can imagine how far she would have to roll. It means having to ask myself if there's somebody else bearing my name or if there's somebody else carrying my face. I owe no one no explanation. I need validation from no one. But leave my name out of your mouth. I'm here to beg you, I'm here to ask, because subsequently, days to come, I'm not going to listen to anybody. I'm going to let the Lord take its full course. Thank you all so much. I'm really grateful. Please, I have teenagers, I have kids. Leave my name out of your mouth, especially when what you're propaganding or whatever you're bringing to the light is false.
This is where I have a question for you. Do you think as a celebrity she's entitled to her privacy and she's entitled to her, she's entitled to a quiet life? Or do you think the mere fact that she's a celebrity puts her in the limelight and these are the things that come with it? What do you think? Of course, there are some people of the school of thought that yes, she should deal with it. That's what comes from with being a celebrity. And there are other people that say no, celebrities are human beings too, which they are. They do feel pain. Their mental health is also important. Being a celebrity doesn't immune them from hurt, from pain. Can you imagine if people are saying something about you, especially if this is a lie? Can you imagine 2, 3 different people, 4 different people coming up saying you're a witch and your hands are clean? It's damaging. This is how psychology works. Even the people that don't believe it. Somehow, if they encounter Mercy Johnson, you will see that they will be extra careful. Just in case. After all, Igbo people say, that means being careful is not being scared. So subconsciously, you may be careful. You may not want to eat something that is given to you by her. That is human nature. So this thing is damaging her reputation one way or the other. But anyway, after she made the arrest to this girl, VDM got involved. Other people spoke on it. VDM was basically saying, how can you arrest the girl when you were championing Regina Daniels' brother arrest with Ned Nwoko? You were against it. You talked about it. So how come you're doing the same thing? If this girl have offended you, sue her to court. So Mercy Johnson, apparently, I'm assuming, listened because she released the girl almost immediately. And VDM have come back to thank her and even started a challenge behind that. So Mercy Johnson finally came out and said that other cases may still be ongoing, that it doesn't mean she's dropping everything, but she's dropping this particular one. And she used that opportunity to warn everybody. So all the bloggers out there, All of us that like to talk about things, like to shed light on things. Me, I do think that when things are already out there, that is an opportunity to use it to learn, to use it to teach other people. You don't go making up stuff about somebody, you don't go bringing stuff out about somebody. But when it's already out there, you're not going to add or subtract from it. It's a teachable moment. But anyway, let's all be mindful of what we're saying about other people, especially when we are not sure. And what I'm understanding from this is that using allegedly alone is not an immunity to litigation. So it's important to be mindful how you say things, when you say things, how you phrase it, because people get hurt. We tend to think that these celebrities don't care. Like I used to think Mercy Johnson just didn't care. No matter what anybody says, their business. But apparently she does. She does, to the extent that she's saying that her children are being affected. And she also alleged that these bloggers, these faceless bloggers, are owned by fellow actresses, actors, and they are trying to bring each other down. By putting things out there, paying these bloggers to put things out there, is all a competition issue. What do you think? Do you think it's true? Do you think? I think that's, oh my God. So let's be mindful. What I always say is, what if it's me? How will I feel? If everybody will start putting themselves in somebody's position, it will change how we do a lot of things. So anyway, this brings me to the end of my video. I just wanted to bring it out, talk about it, get your opinion, drop your opinion in the comment section. Do you think, yes, you're a celebrity, get over it? Or do you think, yes, they are human and they need consideration as well? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Until next time, may God bless you. Bye.